Welcome to Arusha, Tanzania's northernmost city. It has a population of 416,000 and 323,000 live in the surrounding area. Relative to the rest of Tanzania, Arusha has a pretty diverse set of residents, majority being indigenous Africans, but also a healthy population of Arabs and Indians, and a small population of Europeans and Americans. Arusha was first settled in the 1830s by the indigenous Maasai people of the region. They were an agro-pastoral tribe, and they traded honey, grains, tobacco, etc. with neighboring Maasai and other tribes. And around 1860 and beyond, the area began developing and growing in population thanks to the industry of timber and things carved out of wood. And then in 1896, the area was colonized by the Germans. After the first two missionaries were murdered, trying to convert people, the Maasai, on Mount Meru. So after that, in the year 1900, the Germans built a fort here, the Boma that we're looking at right now, in Arusha. Today it is the National Natural History Museum. And if that narrative sounds familiar, it might be because you've seen my video of my city tour and history of Iringa video, where the city of Iringa also turned the previous German fort into a museum. But in that case, the indigenous people returned and actually had a significant victory, killing a German commander and retaking the fort. But that did not happen here in Arusha. Instead, it was actually the British who took the fort in the area from the Germans in 1916 during the First World War. And following that defeat, most of the German settlers left the area. But later, the area received more American missionaries, as well as British and Greek farmers came to the area to make it their home and place of business. And then in 1929, a railway came to Arusha, connecting it with the surrounding regions, and this grew commerce quite a bit. The city also receives a lot of tourism because it is close to a few world-renowned national parks, such as the Serengeti National Park, the Ngorongoro Conservation Area, Lake Manyara National Park, Olduvai Gorge, Tarangire National Park, as well as Mount Kilimanjaro, which is the tallest mountain in Africa. Arusha sits at the foothills of the mighty Mount Meru. And Mount Meru sits at the eastern edge of the eastern chain of the Great Rift Valley mountain range, which spans from all the way from, I believe, Eritrea and goes all the way down through eastern Africa. Naturally, tourism is a major part of the economy in Arusha and is also the largest dollar-earning economic sector in Tanzania. Arusha is a city of great historical importance for Tanzania. It was here in Arusha that the British signed documents ceding Tanzania's independence. And then in 1967, the Arusha Declaration was signed. And this Uhuru monument was erected to remember that moment in time. Another notable event that took place here in Arusha were the criminal trials for the Rwanda genocide. And that's because Arusha is host to the East African Community, organized by the UN. So I hope you enjoyed this city tour and history of Arusha. I definitely enjoyed my time here, although I did not love all the kind of hassling you get, given that it's a tourist city, people trying to sell you stuff, but I enjoyed it despite that. And if you like this video, you might also enjoy a video on my channel called Journey Through Northern Tanzania, where I bicycled from Dodoma to Arusha and then to the Kenyan border, and I got to see quite a few cool things in terms of flora and fauna, and as well as the people of Tanzania. So that's definitely a cool video to check out. And I have other videos of my journey bicycling through Tanzania. I went to Mbeya, Iringa, Dodoma, etc. And that was all part of my journey, bigger journey bicycling through Africa, going from Cape Town, South Africa, all the way to Cairo, Egypt. And before that, I bicycled from Canada, where I'm from, all the way to southern Patagonia in Argentina. And all of those videos are available on this very same YouTube channel. And if you'd like to see an interactive map of everywhere that I got to go and all the things I got to see and do, I have that available over on my website, followthehumoftheearth.com, where you can click on the different locations and see the various blog posts and videos I've made of these places. And if you'd like to follow my continuing adventures bicycling through Africa, you can do so by clicking on the red subscribe button below the video and clicking on the bell to be notified when new videos come out. That's gonna do it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one.